going to be talking about fear. Fear is one of the greatest immobilizers of the human mind. It can keep us from accomplishing our wants and desires. It can keep us from experiencing new stimuli, outside stimulation, from experiencing new opportunities. Fear can keep us from succeeding. Fear can lead to doubt, worry, self-destruction. Interesting enough, Napoleon Hill once stated that fear is a man-made concept. Fear exists only in the mind. So how do we conquer something such as fear? By recognizing what it is, something that is only in our minds. If we don't learn how to conquer fear, then we will always be a prisoner within our own selves, within our own minds, within our own belief systems, our own perception. If you fear that you cannot accomplish going to college because you fear that you're not smart enough, or you fear that you don't have enough money, or you fear that you can never probably have the right grades or keep up with the grades. Fear can keep you from succeeding in so many areas. And I may not be able to cover all that I would like to say in this video about fear, but I'm going to do the best that I can to cover what is needed at this time. Fear is something that you need to transcend. You need to convert from something that is a negative aspect into something that's a positive aspect. You see, by learning to look at a situation, circumstance, or event that you're fearful of and utilizing the mindset, okay, you can convert the feelings that you're feeling within that moment, which is maybe you're fearful of losing someone, fearful that you're not good enough to sing at a concert. The way to conquer that fear is to face it straight on. The reason for that is because fear is a lower negative vibration. Okay? Fear is a lower negative vibration. It keeps you in the dark. Hence, keeps you from taking chances. Keeps you from experiencing life. By facing it, you're coming at it with a higher vibrational frequency of, no, I can do this. No, I will not allow fear to stop me. No, you are not going to control who and what I am and what I choose to do. And when you come with that mindset, that's a higher vibrational frequency mindset. That's the I can do mindset. All things is possible mindset, the hopeful mindset, the faith mindset. And that mindset is, that's a higher vibrational frequency mindset. That's just divine, loving light. So that light will disperse that negative lower vibration and darkness, aka fear. That's why I say facing it head on is so important. When you're utilizing the universal laws, there's no getting around it. You must master the fact that the fear is an illusion. Now, let me clarify. Does that mean that when you have moments of fear, that you won't? Let me say that in other words. apologize for that. I'm driving here. I'm switching lanes, so I was paying attention to what the person is doing behind me. Lost my train of thoughts for a second. I apologize. But what I was saying, if you don't face the fear, or if you'll let fear become the deciding factor on what you do with your life, you will never accomplish a thing. If you have stage fright and you have the fear of being on stage in front of people, and you don't conquer that or find a way to bring about the truth that it's all in your mind, it's all an illusion. If you don't find a way to do that, then you will always be stuck in that reality of you're gonna have stage fright. With the mindset, like I was stating previously, you got to be. You're going to still experience moments of fear. Maybe not as much, but you're still in human form, so you're gonna still have moments where something new is gonna come across your life. You're like, whoa, and it's gonna freak you out a little bit. You're gonna feel a little fearful. The difference is that you understand the mindset. You understand what this illusion is, where it comes from, who gives it power. Where it comes from within. Who gives it power? You do. How do you take it away? The power, so to speak, is take away the attention from the negative aspect of it. In an up note, fear can be a positive ally. If you have no fear of jumping off a bridge that can possibly kill you, then you'll be foolish enough to do it. But if you have that fearful moment, which will make you think, then it'll bring the light to this darkness, that dark moment where you're like, wait, maybe I should not jump. But overall, we must learn how to utilize the mindset to deal with the fear. The success mindset or formula that I'm teaching allows you to do just that. To look at fear or any circumstance, situation, or event and expel the illusion of what it is. So it allows you to see clearly into what is really occurring within that moment. So in essence, you can remove the fear of anything that comes your way. Now, again, you're gonna feel it, but then you can choose, using the mindset, to either react or not react to that outside stimuli that is causing the fear. And so you can say, well, you know what, maybe I feel this feeling, but it is not going to dictate whether I fly on this plane that I have the fear of flight. I'm not saying I do, I'm just giving an example. And you can say, I may have a fear of flight now, but it's not going to dictate who and what I am. I know that this is just in my mind. I know that this is all an illusion, that I give it power. And I choose not to give it power. I choose to turn from this negativity, from feeding this negativity. And I choose to get on this plane, to go see family, friends, or whatnot, and enjoy myself. And I will enjoy this trip. And this fear that no longer has power over me will not control me any longer. And you make that choice. And once you make that choice, you just take the action to align with the intent or the choice that you made. Because that's how the thinking process works. That's how the mindset works. You become clear on what you want, and then you make a choice And despite what fears you may be feeling, you take action, which aligns the internal with the external, leading to the manifestation or allowing of your desires or wants. So that's very important to understand that what fear is and how to not allow it to control you. It can hamper your growth as you're learning and developing in this mindset that I'm trying to teach you in the universal laws. Because one of the things that you're going to be facing a lot is the internal fear. You're really going to be fearful of facing your own self. You are your worst enemy. You are your greatest ally. So be aware of that. Okay? Be aware that as you go within, because that's where the work is done. Remember, like I stated before, what you don't like, what you're experiencing, change it inside, and the outside will reflect that. And it's not going to happen right away. It'll take some time. But if you're persistent and you're determined, it will happen. Don't concern yourself with how long it's going to take. Don't worry about that. You know, some people say, well, how long do you keep doing what you're doing to get what you want? Well, if you know you're doing what's right, meaning the right formula, the right techniques and whatnot, then from that point, what you do is you just keep going until you get what you want. And so that's something very important to know and to understand. So don't let fear hamper your growth as you continue to move forward in this mindset and this development in your new path. As always, until next time, this is Ray. Peace and love.